All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video, guys. Right after this, I'm going to share with you guys the ticker symbols that we mentioned over in the morning on Friday. Those opportunities turned out to be 30% plus both, as well as the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list. So if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and we look forward to having you join us. So AMC Entertainment Holdings, a lot of people are excited. This can go to 100. A lot of people are saying 1,000 and 100K. I'm not going to take away from AMC the possibility of doing that. That is all possible as long as the apes come together. I've seen that the apes are coming stronger than ever. And Friday's pullback was bound to happen due to the fact of just the RSI and the MACD all together. So this cool off here might seem like bad news in someone's portfolio or position, but in the long term, which I talked about in the last video, every single little pullback has been the launch for the next run, and this could take off from here. The short squeeze hasn't even begun, right? We've been talking about it. Is it here? Is it here? This is all the apes and retail investors, right? With some institutional investors actually getting their positions and riding the run or buying back some shares already, low key. But one of the biggest things is using the technicals to know where we stand. In the 30-minute, there's a little bit of room here to pull back a little bit more in a healthy fashion, right? Because that's what it's looking like for it to launch again. Now on the 1 day, when we look at it, it looks like it's super overextended. Now this is where the apes have to come in stronger than ever, okay? I don't want us to get caught up in what happened last time, right? I'm not invested in AMC, but when I talk about us, I'm talking about all investors that experienced this last time. We're getting really close to the peak, which was 96.48, and right now here on the RSI, it's at 90.20, okay? This still probably has some more room to overextend, or it might need to cool off. And this is where the strategy lies for the apes to actually get a short squeeze going. Because look what happened last time here. Look what happened last time here, right? You can see that there when it dropped from $20 all the way back down to $5. Now, right now it hit 36. It's cooled off pretty significantly, but it's still pointing upwards. There's still some pressure here to the upside for the bulls and the apes together to push this upwards. So I am not denying the fact that this can go higher. Now, if it does pull back from where it's at right now at $26 in a very healthy fashion, this could possibly come back down, kind of cool off, and take off again upwards. This can pull back, take off again upwards, and this is going to take off to newer highs. We're talking about getting closer to $40, $50. A lot of people want to see this at 100, 1,000 for that journey to actually happen, or 100K per share. It's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of pressure on the shorts to buy back shares, a lot of retail traders and apes and bulls coming together to buy more, and these healthy pullbacks consistently happening to give it room to shoot up to a newer high. So that's where we're at right now. That's the position that we're at, that this needs to pull back in a healthy manner and shoot up to newer highs. And if the pullback is not healthy and it starts to look almost like this one, then history is repeating itself, and no short squeeze was able to actually happen in this run. The retail investors did their best. The apes pushed upwards, and now they need to come back together stronger and better again to then push for the next short squeeze opportunity, because the apes are not giving up, and they want to see $100. They want to see $1,000. They want to see 100K per share. I'm not saying it's impossible, but the apes need to come strongly together. The bulls need to rally up and push this up. And when these healthy pullbacks happen, like the one we're seeing here on the 30-minute, they need to take control before they lose it, so that they can go ahead and maintain leverage on the chart. Right now, this 30-minute pullback is a healthy one. As we could see it, they can pull back a little bit more and then take off and launch to newer highs. That's how it's able to go to newer highs. But the bulls and the apes need to come strong and stronger than ever. If not, when we look at the 1 day, if this weakness continues here on the 30-minute, then we might start looking at this in a way where it's looking very close to the 1 day. But when we look at the 30-minute here, it's almost already done that move. So this is giving room for the apes and the bulls to launch upwards. But when we look at the 1 day, it still hasn't reversed. And if you look at the past on what happened at the beginning of the year, it pulled back pretty fast. It hasn't happened here. A little healthy pullback wouldn't matter, but for it to launch higher. But if it starts to pull back pretty fast like it did here, there was no short squeeze that had started. The apes and the bulls need to restart again to push this upwards to force that short squeeze to happen. Could it reach 100? Could it reach 1,000? I look forward to your thoughts down below. I'm just going off of the technicals here. I am not invested in AMC. Too volatile for my liking and too much uncertainty. But this does have the potential, if the short squeeze begins at these levels, to go even higher. But if it pulls back even more, it's losing the traction that I just got to almost start that short squeeze from happening. So very important. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive this insight as well. And stay tuned for all the information I'm about to share with you guys on the ticker symbols you won't want to miss. So the ticker symbol I have to share with you guys today is one that I've talked about before. I did a full video on it when it IPO'd. I swing traded it, and into its weakness, I've been watching it. I finally mentioned it over at the Patreon this weekend, and I'm here to share with you guys. It's given great swing trade opportunities as well as great entries for those that are long. But we're going to talk about that in just a moment. I want to share with you guys the ticker symbols I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. Even when the stock market is falling, we're looking for opportunities to stay in the green, stay active, making money while the stock market continues to move with its volatility. We find opportunities from 5 to 10% on a regular day, 10 to 20% on a great day, and 20% plus are home runs, guys. So if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to, and we look forward to having you join us. The links are down below in the description to the Discord. So let's go ahead and check out what we talked about today. So we were talking about different stocks that I was watching with caution, especially with today's movement, right, in the stock market. And I had my stop losses super close at 5%. And both of them, I'm going off of charts and technicals. I couldn't really find anything hype or crazy news about it. Just the charts itself alone is what we had. And one of them was LIXT and the other one was LPTH. And these were the prices where I started watching them. Let's look at their charts. So I mentioned these a few minutes before the bell because I was updating everyone on the possible drawbacks of why the stock market was falling this morning, and it was in the red. Bitcoin was hitting new lows, and I mean, we just had a lot of things to discuss. So LIXT, I went ahead and talked about it at 341 when I mentioned it, and it gave a quick 5% plus within just minutes. So not only did it do that, but right after that pullback, it started to hit a new low, and it hit a low here of about 296, and it shot up to a high of 333. Within just 30 minutes of the day, it gave us two opportunities, a 5% plus opportunity and a 5 to 10% plus opportunity here within this second jump. It was pretty impressive to start the day like this, even though the markets were red, and we'll continue to look for those 5 to 10% opportunities on a regular day, 10 to 20% on a great day, and 20% plus is our home runs, right? So here's our other one. It was LPTH. We mentioned this one over at 273 in the morning. It pulled back here to about a low of 264, and it shot up here to a high of 287. So when you do the math, it gave a 8% to 10% opportunity at its highest points. But just to go ahead and make it a little broader, it gave a 5 to 10% opportunity. Realistically speaking, this is what we look for daily. Anything beyond 10% is great, and anything beyond 20% is phenomenal, and it's a home run, guys. So if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us over at the Discord. The link is down below in the description. So what ticker symbol was I talking about that you want to add to your watch list? Well, it is ABNB, Airbnb Inc., guys. This right now is in a position where it has given us this week alone, right? If you think about it, the week just started on the 17th, and on the 17th it gave us a low here of 130 and a high of 138, came back down to 130 and has given us another high of 138. So if you really look at the way this chart is moving right now, 130 seems to be a support, 138 seems to be a resistance, and within that area it's given 5% plus opportunities within just 2 days. And if you put it together and you get 5% one day and 5% the next day, it gave 10% so far this week. But if we zoom this out and look at it from the bigger picture, I mean, we're getting pretty close to those lows of when this IPO'd, hitting a high here of 164, pulling back, and then running up to 173. Now, I'm not saying that if it hits the 120s or the 130s or anything like that, it's going to just run up to the 170s or 180s. This is probably going to take some time for those that are long, but those that are looking to swing trade, it could give a 10 to 20% opportunity as it hits its new lows or consolidates before the next catalyst of making this one jump up. I definitely recommend doing your research and due diligence on this one, looking more into it, understanding this business and what it's doing, because this is revolutionizing the way hospitality works and how people know traveling is done and how it works, and it's just changing everything about it. So this is going to be revolutionary. It's going to be impacting, right, and dominating in its niche. And I think that there's a lot of room, and not only do I think that, but analysis ratings are pointing this one to the upside as well. And within this weakness, it's going to be very interesting to see if it hits newer lows or consolidates, turning out to be the best prices we can see in the near future. So definitely do your research, do your due diligence. This is not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions in any of the stocks I mentioned. If not, enlighten you guys on opportunities that the market is showing us based off of the charts and the indicators and just the technicals overall and the fundamentals of these companies. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.